Okay, so we've already covered 4 of the transformations of graphs and how they move. We're going to look at the last 2. And so first off, I'm going to go ahead real quick and draw out what a square root of x graph looks like. And I can draw it out basically by kind of just plotting points. And I can say, put in some stuff for x, see what I get for my f of x or my y, since f of x is pretty much taking the place of the y. So if I probably can't put any negatives in for x, because I can't take square root of a negative number. I could put 0 in for x, though. I'd get 0. If I put 1 in for x, that would work. Square root of 1 is 1. 2 in for x isn't going to be helpful in graphing because I don't know how to graph the square root of 2. So I could put 4 in for x, and I would get 2. Could go up to 9 because that's a perfect square, and I could get 3. So I can get the idea of what a square root graph looks like from this. It goes up. Ooh, wrong way. 4, 2. So 4 and 2. But it goes over a lot faster than it goes up. It is going up. It just goes over a lot faster. All the way to 9 until I get to my 3. Okay, so let's see what changes if I try to graph f of x equals 2 square roots of x. Can sub the same x's in, see what I get for my y. So if I sub in that, I'm still going to get 0. If I sub in 1 this time, I'm going to get square root of 1 is 1 times 2. So I'd be multiplying that 1 I got up here times 2. If I sub in 4, I would get square root of 4 is 2 times 2. So if I subbed in 9, I would get square root of 9 is 3 times 2. So every single thing is basically just being multiplied. My y's are being multiplied by 2. So instead of being at 1, 1, it's at 1, 2. Instead of being at 4, 2, it's at 4, 4. So it just stretches vertically by a factor of 2. So whenever I have a number in front of my function, so if I have something like f of x equals c times a different function, I guess, so g of x maybe. So f of x equals c times g of x, or just say I have c times g of x. It stretches vertically by a factor of 2. If it's c, it's just going to stretch vertically by a factor of c. What if this wasn't 2 square roots of x? What if it instead was f of x equals 1/2 square root of x? It's still going to affect it vertically because it's still going to multiply by times a 0 times the 1, but it's going to multiply by half this time. If it multiplies by half, it's not stretching because it's not getting longer. If it multiplies by half, it's actually shrinking. So if my c is in between, basically if it's a fraction, it doesn't stretch it, it shrinks it. And so it's going to shrink it by whatever, in this case a half, it's going to shrink it half, or it's going to shrink it by a factor of 2. Okay, hopefully that makes sense.